All right, so now we are live for another webinar. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the early birds for jumping on. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I missed you. The second week of May was super busy, but extremely productive. But I missed you because I couldn't be here as we typically are here like twice a month. Last month, we were just here once and I missed being here. So just drop it here in the chat because typically I come early because I want to see like how many first timers we have. Is it the first time that you're here? Drop it here in the chat for me so I know. Or the second or the third, how many webinars have you watched with us? Come on, guys, don't be shy. I have the chat open so I see. Come on, I have Breno with me, Chris, second timer, first time, my first time. Tori, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Wait, who said? Okay, there you go, Christina. Thanks for being here with us all the time. Natalie, it's the fourth time. I'm honored. I'm honored. Thank you. James is a first timer. Philippe, second time. Naira, is that how I pronounce your name? First time, Manish, first time. So many first timers. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate you taking the time for being here. So I always say that we try to make it on a time that works for many people, but you're always welcome to email me, Skype me, message me on Facebook, whatever you prefer, and tell me what time works best for you. We are flexible, you know, we can make it work in a different time. I did not receive many requests, to be honest with you, to change the time. So I assume it's working. I do receive a lot of requests in terms of topic. So I always say, and I repeat, this is done for you and by you. So thank you so much for helping us build that. But moving on, and to be respectful with your time, just want to give you the reminders that I typically do at the beginning. Our incredible affiliate managers are on Skype, ready for you for anything you need. I mean, we have 24/7 support, but I just want to give that kind of reminder that we are also human. And typically the requests that we get on weekends, we get to them on Monday. But trust me, we are the best at giving support to our affiliates. So anytime that you send us a request, a question, or anything, you are going to get a reply. That is a fact. And you're also going to get a reply as quickly as we can give you one, right? Typically during the week, it's within the day or at maximum, depending on your affiliate manager's schedule, the next day. And if it's during the weekend, it's going to get to you on Mondays, but you can reach out to us at any time. All right. Feel free to do that. And I typically talk a little bit so I can get the Skype IDs, but do not worry if you did not get them, because I can give you this presentation after the webinar. Just email me requesting the presentation and I send it your way. As easy as that. Moving on. This is also the part that I talk a little bit. Let me say thank you to Christina, because she created this incredible QR code with all the special links that you should have handy. So I'm going to talk a little bit. Get your phones. So you have the time to get your phones and actually scan that QR code. Okay. Are you ready? Go for it. So there you're going to find our social media pages where you can stay on top of everything that is going on at MaxWeb. And you're also going to check on the latest offers that we have, the fresh ones, that ones that everybody likes, right? You're also going to see the FAQs page. Excuse me, guys. That is the best friend of everyone just starting at our platform. If you have not checked the FAQs yet, you must check it. There is a lot of information there that we always refer to. You need to take a look at that if you just started at our platform. So did you have enough time? I think so. We can move on. Keep those links handy. They're always going to be very helpful for you, okay? And the replay. You missed the last one. We talked about the best tips on how to avoid getting banned or having your account suspended by Google. We know that this topic could take like a whole 10 or 20 webinars, right? But still, we gave you the best tips on how to not get your account banned. If you missed it, it's all right. We recorded it and we kept it on our YouTube channel. If you haven't checked our YouTube channel yet, you should on that link that you just scanned. Christina also added the YouTube channel there, and you can find not only the webinars, but guess what? You can also find our very own Anna talking with incredible names from the industry about all the traffic sources that you do. Like if you do email, there is content for you there. If you do Google, there is content for you there. If you're venturing on TikTok, there is content for you there. Facebook, YouTube, there is content for every single traffic source that you're running. So make sure that you check on that and explore everything that we have on the channel. We are extremely thoughtful, and we are huge about giving back to our community. Take advantage of it, okay? Run there, okay? Amazing. So with no further ado, I just want to make sure, can you guys hear me okay? I just realized I'm not using the headsets today. And Cam, thank you for adding the Skype. I appreciate it. Loud and clear. Okay. Sam, thanks for being here and for addressing the payment questions. Guys, if you have these questions like payment, questions like initial questions for the platform, it's all in the FAQs, but you can hit us up on Skype too after the webinar, just so you give full attention to the incredible content that we created for you, okay? Awesome. Not that you can't ask questions, but just so you give attention to what we created for you today. Awesome. So talking about the content that we created for you, let's give you tips on, or 7 tips on how you create great content to your blogs. Yep, we're just going to give you the best tips today. But before, let's do what we typically do, give you an overview. We know that creating a blog is not an easy task, right? I don't know how many of you guys, if there's anybody here today that has a blog, drop it in the chat. Does any of you have a blog here today? Come on, guys, interact with me. Don't be shy. Do you guys have a blog? Okay, so I'm gonna assume that with the silence, nobody has ever ventured in creating a blog. We know that it's difficult. It's not an easy task, but it can be extremely profitable if you take the time to do that properly, right? You need to make sure that the content that you're creating is actually making your audience engaged and interested in what you're sharing. So the first thing that you want to keep in mind is you need to share value. When you take the time to share value with people, they are going to appreciate that, and they are going to interact with you and possibly even share your content with others. That's why one of the most valuable things that you have to keep in mind is taking care of the content that you're creating, because that's going not only to help you build your audience, but grow it. And of course, turning that audience into customers, which is our ultimate goal, right? But why is it so important anyways? If you create great quality content, that means great audience. We just talked about it. If one person shares the content that you created, that not only creates trust to the content that you're sharing or that you created, but it also builds more of your audience. And then that second person also shares, right? And then a third person shares, and your blog starts having authority online, which is amazing. So they're going to be ready to share, interact with you, engage with what you're sharing with them, and ultimately, they're going to trust you so much that they're going to click on what you're offering to them. So if I have been interacting with you for so long, I trust you enough to buy from you, right? And if I buy from you for the first time, it doesn't mean that it's just going to be that time. I'm going to become a repeated customer, and that's going to bring you the best ROI. So if you hit the sweet spot there between writing great content and of it being consistent, again, you're going to increase the audience that you have, keep the one that you already have interested and happy, and turn them into customers, but not only one-time buyers, but repeated customers. What makes great content anyways? Let's share with you some tips. So first of all, you want to keep in mind who you're talking to. If you're talking to a 30-year-old person, you're not going to share content that you would share to a teenager, right? If you're talking to a 20-year-old person, you're not going to share the same content that you would share with my mom that is in her 60s, right? So always keep in mind the person that you're talking to and target that content to them if that's your intent. If you want to keep your audience interested and engage with them, then target to them. If you want to pivot, try to do that slowly. Make sure that it's smooth and well-timed so you have the best results, right? Remember that you already built something, right? You already have people that interact with you. So if you do that abruptly, you might lose them before you actually get more people to interact with you. So make sure that you hit the sweet spot there between I'm going to keep my audience happy and then I'm going to expand to other people, right? So just try to keep it consistent, and if you pivot, make it smoothly. We're going to share more tips on how you can do that smoothly later on. The second thing is keep them interested. So I don't know about you guys. I'm huge at listening, right? So I love audiobooks. So that definitely gets my attention. But if I need to read something, and especially because I'm not a native speaker, right? But even the native speakers, if you speak to them like corporate-like blogs or formal words or extremely formal tone, and you use a lot of them in your content, you're just gonna get people bored, right? Keep it simple. You know, the simplest it is, the better. Trust me, it works. And just make it sound natural. And we're also going to tell you that adding stories is a good way of keeping them engaged. But remember, it's like a conversation, right? If you're having a conversation with a 30-year-old person, just remember, just pretend that you're talking to them and then write it. You know, of course, you're going to make it look pretty and according to all the written rules. Use the tools that you have out there that are free. Grammarly is amazing for that, right? And we also have some very nice copywriting tools out there if you hit a roadblock. But just remember that you're not writing to like the president, you're talking to your audience just like you would be talking to a friend, and you're trying to engage them. So keep it simple. And then there are some concepts that help you a lot and can be a game changer on the way that you write. One of them that we highlighted here today is the slippery slope. We are going to go over it, but if you want to dive and dig deep into it, it's a very old concept, but it's very helpful. Take a look. So when we talk about this slippery slope, we're talking about a headline that it's definitely going to catch their attention. And later on, you're going to talk about the rules for the headline, but you want to make sure that the headline matches your content, okay? And it's catchy. Once you catch their attention and made them click, just suck them in a little bit more. And then in the next line, a little bit more. And then the next line, you're going to get them hooked. They're reading, they're in. And then one thing that, trust me, people forget, they still forget, add the call to action at the end, right? You're still sharing, so you might not want to add at the very beginning or in the middle. But when you're done sharing value with these people, you got them engaged, call them to take action. Do not forget to do that. It can be just an opt-in, right? Hey, if you want to know more, just add your email here, something like this. Or if you're sharing about Problems with vision. Hey, if you want to know of a product that can help you with that, click here and then take them to a landing page, right? Or even to the page for the seller, right? The video sales letter, bringing more to our ecosystem here. But add the call to action, whatever you're doing. And you can do that because you just shared value with them and they took the time to interact with you. So don't forget to add a call to action, right? You took the time, the precious time to make everything pretty. Make sure that, okay, now it's your turn. Come here, do something with me, take my hand, right? So add the call to action there. Let's look at some examples and I'll tell you why I say this is a very old concept. Look at this one, Volkswagen. Yeah, I love this car. It's my favorite. I keep telling my husband I want one and he doesn't let me have one because he says it's a slow. But anyway, so the first thing, I don't know about you, but the first thing that gets my attention is the wheels being crooked, right? And then that's it, just for the image. That's what gets my attention. The headline is exactly about that. You can't read the text, but it's just telling me that, excuse me, that because of the wheels are crooked, that's what keeps the car on level, right? So it's a smart, and it's old, right? But it's still there. If you look at the other one, it's super recent and it's very simple. It's Aura. Everybody knows the Aura ring, right? But look at the colors. You cannot see the call to action at the bottom, but it's black, okay? It's not a floating button here. It's black. You cannot see because my background is black too. The colors are simple, right? I know Aura, so I don't need a text there. There is a catchy headline. This ring tells you when to push your body or take rest. Boom, it got me. The image already catches me as well. And I mean, like I said, everybody knows Aura, and they did not forget to tell me to shop. That's it. Just click here, shop now, right? There is a call to action there. Definitely more direct, but they can do it, right? Because we already know what this is about because it's everywhere. So I think that we have incredible examples here and we are going to share more, especially on the colors, but it is simple. Even the text on this image here on the left, it is an extremely simple text and it gets me hooked. It doesn't make me tired or anything like that, or bored, you know, tired of reading or anything like that. Just remember that. It's a very nice concept and it's very helpful. Okay, moving on. So use the right keywords. Sometimes people come to me and they say like, okay, can you share the keywords for this offer? And then they ask, can you see my content? And then it's just a bunch of keywords put together. I appreciate when people ask for feedback. And I always say, hey, let's just go back a little bit, rewind, give a step back, and take time to actually create the content around the keywords, or better, let me reformulate that. Let's create the content and then fit the keywords to it. Sounds much better. Yes, that's what we want to do. Of course, the search engines, they're going to place your blog according to the keywords that you're using, right? But if you use too many, it can actually hurt your rankings instead of helping you, right? So make sure that first you do a research of what are the best keywords for you to use according to the content that you're writing. And then make sure that you use the ones that have low keyword difficulty and slightly adjust your content if needed to match the keywords, pardon. Don't do the other way around. Like first I'm gonna use all the keywords, put them together, and boom, that's done. And then I'm going to adjust. Nope, let's do the other way around. Let me write my content. Then I'm gonna get the keywords and then fit into my content. That's gonna sound much better. That's not gonna sound like a bunch of keywords put together, but actually it's gonna sound like a unique content that I took the time to create to share value with my audience with some keywords that are going to help me rank higher and not the other way around. I hope that makes sense. And that's a precious tip, right? Again, it takes more time, but what in this life does not take time and effort from us? Nothing, guys. But I'm sure that the results come. Make sure that your source is credible. Yes, we had a webinar that we talked about it like in detail about backlinks. But one of the things that the search engines look at is the amount of websites with authority that link back to yours. So every time that you're creating content and that you have a specific source, try to mention that somewhere in your article. And then luckily, you're going to get that source to link back to your content. But it's not only websites, like any website online that is going to link back to your content that's going to help you build authority. It's websites online that already have authority, right? And another thing that can help you is when people share your content on social media, because social media is amazing, right? It's very trusted, Facebook, Instagram. So if I have my content shared by Cam, Sam, Christina, Madalena, right? And then, I mean, Madalena is sharing with her network. Cam is sharing with her network. That means that they trust me enough, or they trust my content enough to share with their friends. And then their friends might be starting to share with other people. So that makes my source trusted, right? Which is amazing. So whenever you are writing as well, if you have a specific source, mention that on your content, right? And then hopefully they're going to link back to your website. Okay, so the more trusted websites that you have linking back to yours, the better. That makes your source credible. It's another thing that might take time, but still, again, it takes effort for you to do anything. Include stories. We talked about that a little bit at the beginning. It is definitely a great way for you to engage readers. Who doesn't like a good story, right? Just make sure that when you include stories in your content, you don't just follow the steps. Don't run away from the content that you're sharing, right? Keep sharing the information with your audience, you know, just don't get too sidetracked. Make sure that you don't lose their interest, right? And you add a little bit of entertainment there, right? So sharing the stories is amazing. Just make sure that you don't get too sidetracked. In the story, you still want to keep pieces of information that are linked to your content. But it's an incredible way for you to, you know, spice things up a little bit and entertain your audience. Another one, engage with other bloggers. Online, we always talk about it, and there are a lot of people that they just give up on affiliate marketing because of that, because they say it's a lot of competition, I can't do that, right? See, people give up too early, right? But instead of just seeing this way, you can look under another perspective. I know it sounds very poetic, but still engage with other bloggers instead of just competing with them. You know, like we talked about pivoting before. If you're looking to pivot, like from a 20-year-old audience to expanding to 30, 40s, and then you know someone that already has a blog that is more geared towards 30s and 40s, partner with them, right? You already have your audience. He can take some of it. You can take some of his audience, and instead of competing, it's a win-win for everyone, right? You're gonna have different types of content. You know, it's a different voice, and people are online all the time. So the more value you can share and the more engaged people get with different people, the better. And if you are together, even better, right? So try to partner with people instead of looking at them just as competition, right? There's a space for everyone. And again, the way that I write is never going to be the same way that somebody else writes, right? So I can definitely partner with them and just, you know, we're going to be stronger together. That's how it should be. And it's going to be a win-win for both of you. So bringing like I don't know. Okay, I'm not so inspired this week or this month. I'm gonna bring a post from Madalena's blog. It's amazing and it definitely fits my audience, and it also helps me pivot a little bit to another audience. So I'm gonna share it, you know, which is awesome. Talk to Madalena and say like, hey, Madalena, what do you think about this content here? Can you share any yours? It's amazing and it can work wonders. And the headlines, we talked about that a little bit too. You want to make sure that your headlines are like eye-catchy, tantalizing, and you want people to click. But you don't want to do that at any cost. Like, I don't want to talk about, I don't know, I'm going to give a silly example, but I don't want to talk about computers and put like, I don't know, like a headline that talks about like a tourism, you know. So just make sure that it's matching your content and that you're just not creating a headline that you want people to click, because what's going to happen is that if you get a headline that has absolutely nothing to do with your content, and then you do get clicks, but people do not engage with you and you don't reach your ultimate goal, which is getting people to become your customers, your source is not going to be credible. You're not going to rank higher on the search engines, especially if you're doing only organic traffic and you're expecting your blog to build, or you're expecting to build any authority in the search engines. That is not going to work, right? So make sure that not only it matches your content, but you're very specific on the headline, that you use numbers, include useful keywords there, and you make it catchy, as we said, right? But the most important to me, yes, I want to click on it, but I want to make sure that I'm going to find what I see on the headline, right? Make sure it matches. And some takeaways for you. So creating great content in affiliate marketing definitely will help you increase your audience. If you increase your audience, you're going to increase the number of repeated customers you're going to have. People are not going to buy from you just one time if they trust you. If they buy from you repeated times, you're going to have incredible ROI. And we just said, right, if you get an audience that consistently buys from you, that's amazing. Working with partners can work wonders. Instead of looking at them just as competition, just try to get, you know, partnerships out there, and it can be a win-win for everyone. Invest your time. That's a bonus tip that we gave before when we were talking about the Aura Ring. But invest your time in creating your in designing your creatives, and make sure that you keep it simple, not so many colors, and please take care of the images that you're sharing. If you share an image that just looks like, I don't know, weird, it's not a high quality image or anything like that, I'm a very, very tough customer. I don't know about you. And I think that the majority of the people are, because now they're spending more time online, so they're more selective. But if the image doesn't look good, why did you even put your ad out there? It's just like opening a blog that has like zero content. It's just a bunch of keywords, you know, like, I'm not going to buy from you. So make sure that you take care of that, right? It's these simple details that we see a lot online. And then people come and say like, there's a lot of competition, but wait, are you sure there's a lot of competition doing things right? Look again, right? Okay, so let me take a look here. Thank you guys for taking care of the chats. I really do appreciate it. But wait, did I miss anything today? I think I did. There are people that are here for like the 4th time, and there was something that I missed at the beginning. But today I am going to bring some help. So, Kim, are you able to open your camera? There she is.
Did.
Awesome. Guess what, guys? I have a co-host today. Look at that. Thanks for being here, Kim. I appreciate it. So Kim is going to talk to you about our offers, right, Kim?
Of course, I'm gonna share the top offers for this webinar or overall in general. So the first offer is Sonavita. It's an hearing supplement offer, which help you restore a healthy hearing and with help with the brain disease as well. So it has a CPA of $80 and amazing CR of 3.51. Must try. All right, and the second one is a Cognistrong. That's also a brain offer with amazing CPA of $80 and CR of 3.68. All right, so go for a third one, and it's a Tiawu Vision. That's a vision supplement offer. It is also with the great CPA, which is $90, and the CR is 2.35%. All right, and last and the fourth one is Tonic Greens, which is a health supplement. It's kind of a super antioxidant blend, which has a CPA of $80 and the CR is 2.65. All of these offers are amazing, doing amazing with the most of the traffics. And if you want to know more, let us know, ping us on Skype or anywhere you like. You can email us or Skype us or let us know in the chat you want to know any more details about the offers. We are happy to help.
It's amazing. She crushes it. Cam, if I want to know about more offers, can I also ping you?
Of course you can, yes, anytime.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yay, yes, now I have help. Let me also ask you a last question. Does that mean that I'm going to see you here more often?
I'm not sure, you never know.
Good. So let's keep this in the air for now, guys. Let's keep this in the air.
Be certain about that.
I love it. Okay, so to wrap it up, guys, I heard different advices from different people in different times in my life. One of them was fake it until you make it, and the other was like, just make mistakes. It's better than faking perfection. So just as long as you learn a lesson from every single mistake you make, it's all right, and keep moving forward. Thank you so much for being here today, guys. And that friendly reminder, we are on Skype, me, Kim, Madalena, and all the others, Sam, Andra. I can't say all the names, but we are all there ready for you. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.